I know. You say you want to move abroad. You say you want to change your life or finally do the things that you've always dreamed of doing, but you haven't. And you haven't because you are feeling stuck. Stuck between your current responsibilities and freedom. Stuck between your fears and what is possible for your life. You're stuck between the life that you have and the life that you actually want. I get it. I get it. I get it because I was once there too. But after I turned 50, I started cutting certain things out of my life because I finally understood what really matters. So when I stopped doing these three things, everything changed. And when you stop doing these things, your life will change too. You will no longer be stuck. So if you're new here, my name is Rachel. And on this channel, I talk about reinventing your life after 50, about moving abroad, about living your life more intentionally, and ultimately having the courage to become who you truly are. Not who society says you should be, but who you truly are. Today, I want to share with you 3 things that I cut out of my life after I turned 50. And by cutting these things out, there was a shift in my life. I was no longer stuck. And if you cut these things out of your life, you will no longer be stuck as well. So the number one thing that I had to cut out was my old beliefs and expectation about what success meant, what success looked like. I thought success was having multiple graduate level degrees. I thought success was working hard. I thought success was having a big title. I thought success was making a lot of money. And there's nothing wrong with those things. But eventually I realized that it was not those things. It was what those things brought to me, what those things allowed me to do, what feelings those things allowed me to have. And ultimately, I realized that I can have those feelings, I can have those things without having that belief system that kept me working hard, tired, and never actually getting to enjoy the things that I was ultimately searching for. So number one, I cut out my old belief systems or beliefs about what success looked like and what it means to be successful. Number two, I cut out placing such a hard or high value on things rather than experiences, right? I stopped buying things all the time. You make a little money and what do? You want to feel good. So you go out and you buy things instead of having experiences, right? We think that if we buy these things that they will make us feel good. And they do for the moment. But then you have to buy more things. I realized that buying things becomes like a drug. And instead of enjoying life, you fill your house with all these things so that you can say, I don't know what you say. I guess you look at them and you feel some type of enjoyment, or I'm not sure. But obviously, I felt that way in the past because I filled my house up with all sorts of things. Instead of going on vacations, you get your mini periods of enjoyment by buying something else. I literally had 6 couches. And when I decided to move abroad and I let go of those things, And I replace my desire for things with my desire for experiences. My whole life turned around. Because what that did is it allowed me to be able to go from country to country and not have to worry about burning through all of my money. I don't have to rent a house or an apartment or buy a house or an apartment that has 2 bathrooms because I couldn't imagine living in a house with one. Oh my God. Things are not important anymore. Things are not what I look for to bring myself joy. And when you can let that go, when you realize that things aren't or don't just bring you joy, they bring you a sale, then you can start to change that mindset. And by sale, I mean jail. Because now you have all these things. And now these things got you on lockdown. Well, I would move abroad, but all my stuff. Right? Oh, I don't want to rent my house out because somebody might touch my stuff. So you forgo one experience, then another experience. Oh, I don't want anyone sitting on my couch with their dirty clothes. So you won't even do Airbnb. So those things, they give you a moment of joy, and then they give you a lifetime of jail time. But if you cut that mindset out, oh, the life that you can have, the experiences that you can have, the freedom you will feel, it's amazing. So stop replacing experiences with things. Get rid of the things and have your experiences. Your experiences will live with you a lifetime. All you have to do sometimes is close your eyes and remember, and you have the same feeling that you felt when you walked along the Champs-Élysées, or you stood under the Eiffel Tower. All those same feelings and emotions, which is what you were after in the first place, come rushing back. So cut out the stuff and start to enjoy your life. That was number 2. And number 3, I really believe is the most important thing, or I found it to be the most important thing. Okay, number 3, waiting to live my dreams. This one may have been the biggest change of all. I stopped waiting for the perfect time, waiting till everything felt certain, waiting till life felt safer, waiting till I had all the answers about everything. Because the truth is, life keeps moving. We never have all of our ducks in a row. There's always something. And I think you spend your years postponing the very thing that would make your life feel the way that you want it to feel. I think that's the case. At least that was the case for me. And that's the case for many people. But after 50, it's time to have a shift. It's time to realize that you have more life behind you than you have in front of you. I know it's scary. I know it's uncomfortable. But I realize something important. It is the discomfort of change that causes you to adjust. And that's when I realized something else that completely changed my perspective. And that's that discomfort and fear is temporary. But your regrets Oh, that regret is a horrible thing. That regret is why you have mean, crotchety old people. So, in closing, I think that the greatest lesson of getting older is realizing that time is more valuable than appearances. Peace is more valuable than status, and experiences are worth more than possessions. So, if there's something you've been postponing, a dream, a change, a new beginning, maybe this is your reminder that your life is still happening right now. Not someday, now. And maybe your next chapter doesn't begin by adding more to your life. Maybe it begins by letting certain things go. So thank you. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is Becoming Rachel.